In the early days of the Internet, a curious and perplexing figure named John Titor emerged on online forums in the year 2000. With claims that would leave many scratching their heads, he became one of the most intriguing characters to ever appear on the web. John Titor, or at least the name he went by, made an audacious claim: he was a time traveler from the year 2036. His story was not just a passing mention but a detailed account of life in the future and his journey to the past, specifically to 1975, to retrieve an ancient piece of technology, an IBM 5100 computer. His arrival wasn't random. According to Titor, the computer was crucial for solving a problem in the future, a task only he could accomplish with the help of this outdated technology. Titor's first post on the Time Travel Institute forum shocked the members of the community. He described in detail how he had traveled back from 2036 using a time machine built by a future military group known as the government. His machine, he said, was based on a working principle of closed time-like curves, a concept rooted in the complex equations of Einstein's theory of relativity. The time travel device, built into a modified 1967 Chevrolet Corvette, was powered by two micro-singularities, a form of artificial black hole. The time traveler went on to explain how he was sent on a mission to the past to retrieve the IBM 5100 because it was essential for solving a critical problem that the future world faced. What made Titor's story even more captivating was his chilling description of the future. According to him, the world had suffered an apocalyptic breakdown by the mid-2020s. There were devastating civil wars, and a third world war between the United States, China, and Russia left the Earth scarred by nuclear conflict. By 2036, the US had fractured into 5 regions, and society was beginning to rebuild, trying to learn from the mistakes of the past. Titor spoke with the urgency of someone who had lived through this chaos, sharing his memories of the future, trying to warn those of us in the present about the path humanity was heading down. He gave an eerily specific prediction of a war between Russia and the US in 2015, which he claimed would lead to nuclear disaster. He even went as far as to say that the Y2K bug, which many feared would crash computers worldwide at the turn of the millennium, would actually have minimal impact, which, at the time, was true. His predictions about the future were precise, but only time would tell if they were real or mere coincidences. Despite his chilling claims, Titor's behavior and knowledge weren't entirely convincing to everyone. While some found his posts compelling, others were quick to label him a fraud or a hoaxer. His technical descriptions were occasionally vague, and his behavior online seemed erratic at times. In fact, Titor began to engage in strange debates with other forum members, even going as far as to argue with some about the nature of time travel and the potential implications of altering the past. It soon became apparent that his motivations were more complex than just a simple mission. He seemed to be trying to make sense of his own existence in a fragmented world, where even time itself was a blurry concept. One of the most intriguing aspects of Titor's story was the accuracy of some of his predictions. For instance, he correctly predicted that the US would invade Iraq again in 2003. He also warned of a major civil war in the United States between 2004 and 2015, though the details were never specific enough to verify entirely. Many dismissed these as educated guesses, while others, even years later, found them unnervingly accurate. Then, as quickly as he had appeared, John Titor suddenly stopped posting. In 2001, his last message, like his first, was cryptic. He claimed that his mission was over, and his time machine was about to be returned to its rightful place in 2036. After his departure, the world of internet conspiracy theorists, science fiction enthusiasts, and casual onlookers was left with only questions. Was he a time traveler with a warning, or was it all a cleverly constructed work of fiction? Some still argue that Titor's disappearance is proof that he was, indeed, telling the truth. Over the years, the John Titor legend grew into an enduring mystery. Books were written, documentaries were made, and forums continued to discuss his predictions. Some believe he was a hoaxer, a prankster with too much time on his hands, while others hold steadfast in their belief that Titor was a real-time traveler, sent to the past with a message about humanity's future. To this day, no one can definitively prove whether his claims were genuine or not, but his story has persisted in the collective consciousness, an enduring part of internet folklore. Despite the passage of time, John Titor remains a symbol of the mysteries that still surround the concept of time travel. His story is a reminder that sometimes the greatest mysteries are the ones we can't explain, and perhaps, the future is more unpredictable and malleable than we ever thought. If you found this story insightful, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and share. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.